Hi, my name is David Anthony Garcia. I'm a local artist and art educator. I've been in San Antonio for the last 48 years, and this is Una Plática. I would have to say the ones that inspired me the most are my brothers and sisters and my family, because on long road trips, I would sketch them for as long as I can remember. As young as I was, I would have a notebook and paper, and I would make funny cartoons of them and sketch them while we're on the road. So that kind of led into me always drawing. I can always remember drawing at some point in my life. Eventually, I did several other things as a career, but eventually I decided that going to college and getting my art degree was the path that I wanted to take. So that's where I went. That's a hard question because, my surname has gotten me into some major Chicano books, Triumph of Our Communities, Latin American Art for America. So I've been able to get into these books, but if you look at my paintings, they're more abstract than they are Chicano. I was not raised in the barrio, and I was not raised on the streets of San Antonio. I was raised on Air Force bases. But I do feel a connection to the gente and the brothers in the city, because I know many of them and I've created together with them, and I get a vibe from them. So I do think that just I feel connected to them. So it does come out in my work in that color palette. My work, my portraits of my parents are always going to be cultural, and but the other paintings, and I do cast of people's faces, that has a connection as well, because I cast multicultural people from all over the world, and. But as far as the content of my paintings, it's a bit more abstract and not so connected to the street. Oh, 100%. It's important to have central cultural and cultural organizations in our community, because it not only does it help spread the word of our culture, and it gives the artists that are Hispanic and various cultures a venue to show their work and speak their mind through their art. It provides a community opportunity to come see and a place to come and see and experience what these artists have to say, and not only that, they get to support these artists and buy their pieces and give them that drive to continue to create. I really like the Dia de los Muertos program. I participated in that several years ago, and it was a great thing to be able to see the culture really come to life, because people are praising and remembering their relatives who have passed, and making these altars that are so beautiful, and people put their hearts into the work. And it's not so much about selling art, it's about art being a venue and a format to be able to express themselves and remember their loved ones. Well, Much of my work is about integration. It's merging styles of art together to create a cohesive, unified composition. And that's a statement for the world. You know, if people weren't so separated and segregated and these biases didn't exist, people would get along way better. And, you know, borders have a lot to do with it, and territory has a lot to do with it. So I'm all about merging these things together in my art. So my whole idea is to have a unification of culture and people so that we can move on as a society. Keep making art. You know, people are, you know, going to judge your art, you know, and it's going to be from your heart. But, you know, you're going to do something amazing, but then they're going to go, what's next? So you just got to keep at it and make it from your heart. And I know it's harder to do when you have commissions and whatnot, but always have that body of work that comes from your heart. And good things will always happen, but just keep making art. You know, it's in your blood, it's in your body, and, you know, just to continue to express yourself. Don't give up. The painting of my dad, the portrait, is very important to me and very special to me because, you know, I painted it right before he passed away, and it's a photo of him when he was a young man in Vietnam, and you can see this kind of grit and stoicism in his face when you know, in the photograph. So I was able to just sit there and look at this small photo and project it onto this canvas, not with the projector, just by hand. and it really felt special to me to be able to get his tense look and intenseness on canvas. So that piece, of course, resonates with me. So Quarantine is a piece that I did right at the start of the pandemic, and we were all kind of like stuck in our houses. And I had been casting people's faces for quite a long time and doing the ceramic pulls from them. So I took 3, you know, people and glued them onto a canvas to basically represent men and women and all of us in a society that we're going through all of this situation. And then I started making these vines, like we were going to grow out of it, and then within the vines I started doing these very tiny details and mazes, and I started adding all sorts of words and little images, pictures, the Alamo, peace, love, and all little things embedded within this maze. So I was sitting there alone in my studio for quite a long time, and all of these thoughts were going through my mind. And, you know, I think it's typical of everybody who was going through that situation. So I wanted to be able to show that reality that we all went through.